afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4. It's
Friday. Beautiful Friday at that.
It's a beautiful day today, and hopefully that'll hold for a while, but we need rain as well. So it's a tricky balance there. We'll get to the weather in just a minute, but first, here's what's making news on this Friday. As the pros tee off at the AmFam tournament, we'll meet someone who describes how important the sport and the tournament meant for her while being treated for cancer.
A historic indictment against former President Donald Trump. I'm Natalie Brandt in Washington with the charges and new remarks from the special counsel.
And heart-wrenching scenes from Ukraine as evacuees escape flooding waters.
Let's take a look outside. Sunshine all day today. Beautiful day out on the links.
Very fortunate for today.
At least some rain, and maybe timing is everything here. Julian is in the backyard. Mostly rain tomorrow night.
That's right. So we're going to be looking at mostly rain once we get into tomorrow evening, nighttime, and into our early Sunday. But until then, today is a picture-perfect Friday for us. A little warmer than the last couple of days, but not a whole lot of cloud cover. And if there is any clouds, it's so high up that we're really just enjoying the sunshine and the blue skies, and of course, the summer-like weather. Now, as we move into what we're going to be expecting throughout the rest of this evening, well, those temperatures will start to slide down to a bit more cooler and more comfortable conditions. But right now, 80 degrees, can't really beat that for this time of year, especially with calm winds right behind it. Heading into around the 8 o'clock hour, we'll be into the mid-70s. Clear skies, though, until we end up overnight, where we'll start to see those clouds starting to pick up just a bit. But it's not going to be blocking too much of our clouds, or excuse me, of our skies, as temperatures head into the upper 50s, mid-55s for Janesville, and about 59 degrees for Platteville. But again, it's really about the timing and when we can expect any kind of rain showers. The good news is we're expecting most of Saturday to be on a dry side. But once we get into around the 5 o'clock hour, we're going to see areas to the north. And then once we get to our Saturday night, overnight into our Sunday morning, is when we're going to start to see a bit more of that rain trickle its way down to southern Wisconsin. We'll be breaking down the timing and exactly just how much rain we'll be expecting in a few moments. Until then, let's go ahead and talk about this traffic, because right now we are looking at some slow spots on the eastbound side of the Beltline towards Monona Drive. So expect some delays as we're getting into the 4 p.m. hour. Until then, let's talk more about this in a few moments. Over to you.
The AmFam Championship kicked off this morning at University Ridge Golf Course in Verona.
Opening ceremonies and the first tee time took place just before 9 this morning. This is the tournament's 7th year at University Ridge Golf Course, and about 900 volunteers from 15 states are helping to make it all possible. Since 2016, the event has raised nearly $15 million for charity.
But what's important to American family is our commitment to supporting programs and initiatives that encourage healthy children and families, closing equity gaps, and having a meaningful impact in the communities where we live, work, and raise our families.
And you couldn't ask for a more perfectly early summer day to spend a day at the course at University Ridge.
Our Catherine Merck pulled the short straw today and got the perfect assignment. Catherine?
Mark and Charlotte, it is a beautiful day out here. Some of our best golfers in Madison are warming up behind me right now, and we have an exciting weekend ahead here. But it's not just exciting because of the sport, it's also because of the bigger purpose here. Today's scholarship recipient began things this morning with a near-perfect tee-off. Take a look. 17-year-old Mackenzie Sloan just graduated from Middleton High School and played on the golf team there. Mackenzie says when she was a sophomore, she was diagnosed with leukemia. All the proceeds from the championship are donated to the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation. Mackenzie told me about the role the sport has played during her treatment and her recovery.
Golf has been there to kind of show me you take the good with the bad, you try your best. I mean, every shot's its own and you just kind of keep going, which I feel like is just like life. Mackenzie will attend UW-Madison this fall. Her near-perfect tee-off starts a weekend full of raising funds for more people like her who need treatment. In the 7 years of the tournament that's been here, they've raised millions of dollars for American Family Insurance and the hospital that's here. Reporting live in Madison, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
Catherine, thank you. In other news, we are learning more about the indictment that could lead to Donald Trump becoming the first ever former president to face federal criminal charges.
The indictment comes as Trump is in full campaign mode to win re-election to the White House. Natalie Brandt has more details from Washington, D.C.
The Department of Justice has unsealed the 49-page indictment issued by a federal grand jury in Miami against former President Donald Trump.
We have one set of laws in this country, and they apply to everyone. Applying those laws, collecting facts, that's what determines the outcome of an investigation. Nothing more and nothing less.
Special counsel Jack Smith detailed the charges, which include unlawful retention of national defense information, obstruction, conspiracy, and false statements. Prosecutors say Trump shared a highly sensitive Pentagon plan of attack to visitors at his golf club in New Jersey and was recorded on tape admitting it had not been declassified.
Our laws that protect national defense information are critical to the safety and security of the United States, and they must be enforced.
The criminal case against the former president stems from the 15-month effort by the federal government to retrieve records he had at his Mar-a-Lago estate. During a search of the property last August, federal investigators seized more than 300 records, including classified documents and some marked top secret.
We've never seen anything quite like this.
David Weinstein is a former federal prosecutor in the Southern District of Florida.
When it gets set for trial, it's not really that complicated. It's about documents that were possessed, and there will be legal arguments concerning whether or not he had the power to possess them, whether he had the power to declassify them, and those are arguments that will be made before the trial gets started.
Trump calls the case the boxes hoax. His first court appearance is scheduled for Tuesday in Miami.
They come after me because now we're leading in the polls again by a lot, against Biden and against the Republicans by a lot.
The case will play out as GOP presidential primary season heats up, with Trump already fundraising off the indictment. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
An aide to former President Trump, William Nada, a retired Navy veteran, has also been indicted for his role in moving the documents.
Green Bay Republican Congressman Mike Gallagher will not challenge incumbent Senator Tammy Baldwin for her seat next year, opting instead to run for re-election to the U.S. House of Representatives. Gallagher, who represents Wisconsin's 8th Congressional District, announced his re-election campaign this morning. He currently serves as the chair of the House Committee on the Chinese Communist Party. Gallagher was first elected to the House of Representatives after a landslide victory over Outagamie County Executive Tom Nelson in 2016. He was reelected in 2018. In a statement, Gallagher said, quote, "I have a rare bipartisan opportunity in the 118th Congress to help restore American strength, prevent war in the Pacific, and defend our basic freedoms from communist aggression. Accomplishing this mission and serving Wisconsin's 8th District deserves my undivided attention."
Across Wisconsin, some dairy farmers are dumping their milk because they can't find processing plants able to take more milk. It's reflective of the state of the dairy industry right now and how bad the flooded milk market is. There just isn't the processing and marketing capacity for all the milk being created. Our Braden Ross traveled to Dodge County today, talking to one farmer who explains why this is happening. You'll see that story tonight at 6.
The prime suspect in the 2005 disappearance of Natalie Holloway pleaded not guilty to extortion and wire fraud charges in a Birmingham federal courtroom where he denied a translator. Johan Vandersloot was extradited to the U.S. from a Peruvian prison on an unrelated murder conviction. Prosecutors in the U.S. case allege the Dutch national tried to extort $250,000 from the Holloway family in exchange for information about the location of the young woman's body, which turned out to be false.
We were just really happy that this day has happened, and Beth has worked so hard for years to get him on the soil in Alabama and to get him in a position where he can, we can find some justice for what happened to Natalie. It's very emotional for everyone, but there's a real sense of relief, and we're happy about this.
Beth Holloway was among those in the courtroom today. Her daughter disappeared on the Caribbean island of Aruba when she was just 18 years old, and her body has never been found.
Hundreds of residents in the Russian-controlled town of Oleshki used boats to flee the Ukrainian-controlled town of Kherson on Friday. It is a sharp contrast to Ukrainian-controlled territory flooded by the dam collapse. Authorities there have aggressively evacuated civilians and brought in emergency supplies. As the Oleshki evacuees reached Kherson, they were greeted by volunteers and locals who provided water and supplies. One woman told of the scene she had left behind as people perished after the area flooded. Officials say more than 6,000 people have been evacuated from dozens of inundated cities, towns, and villages on both sides of the river.
Well, we've been talking about it all week long. The Susan G. Komen More Than Pink Walk takes place tomorrow morning at Willow Island at the Alliant Energy Center. The grounds open at 7:30 a.m. tomorrow, with the walk officially beginning at 9:15. To this point, the walk has raised in excess of $125,000 to fight breast cancer and raise breast cancer awareness. The goal for this year is almost $170,000.
You can still register online or come down tomorrow morning. This is a phenomenal community event that's been here 26 years, where we unite together to honor those breast cancer survivors, those still battling, to remember those that should be here and aren't.
If you want to participate, you can go to Komen.org to donate, or stop by the Alliant Energy Center tomorrow morning. Every dollar counts, and they'd greatly appreciate everybody that comes.
Another sign that summer has arrived, the Goodman Pool opened for the first time this season. John Hayes of Goodman Jewelers sponsored the first 500 kids entering the pool. The pool will be open 7 days a week for the coming months.
Summer's here.
It is here.
Well, still to come at 4, fans of Taylor Swift are called Swifties.
And they are catching the eye of clothing designers. We'll find out why when Live at 4 continues.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer are living longer with Kisqali. So long live family time. Long live dreams. And long live you. Kisqali is a pill proven to help women live longer when taken with an aromatase inhibitor. And Kisqali helps preserve quality of life, so you're not just living, you're living well. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Long live hugs and kisses. Ask about Kisqali, and long live life.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Fry Construction for Best Roofer, Windows and Doors, Kitchen and Bath Design, and Best Home Repair. Vote today for Fry Construction on MadisonMagazine.com.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhafels. The new Tempur-Pedic Breeze is made with a one-of-a-kind cooling technology, pulling heat away from your body, keeping you up to 10 degrees cooler, allowing for a better night's sleep. Right now, Tempur-Pedic Queen mattresses start at only $96 per month. Plus, you get $300 in Steinhafels cash. Steinhafels, your mattress destination. Shop in-store or online.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Buck and Honey's for Best Restaurant, Outdoor Dining Patio, and Best Bar with a View. Vote for all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont it. You want the nightlife, the bright lights, I'll put you in the spotlight, light. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You want style? Well, now I'll show you where you gotta be. Tell you what you gotta see. Ooh, it's gonna make you smile. You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont.
Summertime fun is in full swing in Rosemont. From grand slams to hot jams. To Rosemont it your way, start at rosemont.com.
Rosemont it.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
The Netflix crackdown on password sharing in the U.S. is prompting complaints on social media as some analysts question whether the move is worth it for the streaming giant.
To combat password sharing, Netflix is limiting U.S. viewership of its programming to people living in the same household. As the crackdown rolls out, those who subscribe to Netflix standard or premium plans, which cost $15.50 to $20 per month, will be able to allow another person living outside their household to use their password for an additional $8 a month, a $2 discount from the company's basic plan.
You can make the case that they're kind of, waging war against some of their own user base, or at least a fraction of that user base. And I'm sure it's not a decision they took lightly. I'm sure they took polls similar to ours and tried to figure out just how mad people would be. But at the end of the day, they'll just kind of have to hope that they're right.
Without providing details on how it authenticates subscribers' identities or accounts, Netflix assured that everyone living in the same household of a U.S. customer will still be able to stream TV, series, and movies wherever they are, at home, on the go, on holiday. The company, based in Los Gatos, California, has roughly 70 million U.S. account holders.
Clues to solving mysterious long COVID cases could be in America's sewers. Scientists have been using wastewater samples to track community spread of the virus. During genetic sequencing of those samples, they have found dozens of unique strains of the coronavirus, and they have multiple mutations in unusual combinations. The source of these mutated strains may be people who have been living with chronic and serious COVID-19 infections for years. One researcher says these people are shedding at least 1,000 times more virus than average patients.
Interesting. Stocks finished the week on a positive note. The Dow Industrials gained 43 points, closing out the week at 33,876. The NASDAQ up 20, and the S&P 500 finished the week at its highest point since last August and enters a new bull market. Well, as Taylor Swift's The Eras Tour has stadiums across the country filled, fans are finding unique ways to honor the icon's sense of style.
Naomi Ruckham shows us how Swifties make the stadium shimmer and the impact it's having on the fashion industry.
There are Taylor Swift fans, and then there's Morgan Ellis. She's been to 2 shows on the Eras Tour so far. Ellis created a viral look that caught Swift's eye, inspired by the crumpled up piece of paper from the hit All Too Well.
I was like, why not just get some banner paper, some string, and just write the lyrics on it and call it an outfit? And I did, and it ended up being a way bigger hit than I would have imagined it to be.
Swifties' looks are so elaborate, even fashion experts are taking notice.
Fashion's moving really fast. Everyone's seeing this content and what other people are wearing, and the hype is really real.
Caroline Gordon is an adjunct professor at the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York. She says it's not just the tickets costing fans hundreds of dollars.
How much are fans spending on these outfits?
I'm hearing from most people that I speak with that they spent at least as much on their outfit as they spent on their tickets.
Independent designer Lauren McManus sells elaborate outfits to help Swifties polish up real nice. Like this bedazzled green blazer inspired by the Reputation tour.
These are big-time fans coming to you.
Yes, absolutely. They want to look like Taylor did in any of her costumes, and they want to come as close as they can.
Swiftie Megan Latham started her outfit with a blank space, then spent weeks crafting the perfect dress. After going viral overnight, she's still waiting on a view from the One.
I like to say that's the only view that matters out of the 3.7 million. Like, I just want that one.
Because that fashion shout out from Swift herself would never go out of style. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.
And ticket sales from Taylor Swift's The Eras Tour are projected to bring in more than $1 billion.
My gosh, that is amazing.
Those are fans.
And she is one heck of a superstar.
And she really is. What a talent.
Yeah. Well, still to come at 4, love it or hate it, Limburger cheese calls Wisconsin home.
We'll visit the only cheese factory in the country still making the pungent cheese, coming up after Julian's first warn forecast.
If you have heart disease and are on a statin, lowering cholesterol can be hard. And diets and exercise add to the struggle. It can feel never-ending. But today, it's possible to go from struggle to cholesterol success with Leqvio. Taken with a statin, Leqvio is proven to lower bad cholesterol by over 50%. So if you feel like you're getting nowhere, go with 2 doses a year of Leqvio and keep bad cholesterol low. Common side effects were injection site reaction, joint pain, urinary tract infection, diarrhea, chest cold, pain in legs or arms, and shortness of breath. When you're ready to go from struggle to cholesterol success, talk to your doctor about twice-yearly Leqvio to help you lower your cholesterol. Lower, longer, Leqvio.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit vrapwi.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you.
Stanley Steamer loves Madison, Wisconsin. I'm Paul Ashik, local owner of Stanley Steamer here in Madison. We've been proudly cleaning your homes and businesses for over 30 years and will continue to keep your carpet, upholstery, area rugs, hard floors, and air ducts clean for many more. We strive to provide the best quality in both the services we provide and the equipment we use. That's why you've trusted us to keep Madison and southwestern Wisconsin homes cleaner, healthier, and more beautiful place to live. Call and book a cleaning today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Looks like they finally got rid of that trip hazard. They pump it full of mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Where are the patched holes? Where's the splashed mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Concrete lifting technologies can quickly raise and level any concrete surface using cutting-edge foam technology made in Wisconsin. Fast and accurate and eco-friendly.
How did those guys do it? Where are the holes? Where's the mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Exact Sciences is proud to call Madison our home. We've been in this community for 14 years and are excited to continue to expand here. And one of the things we love about bringing candidates to Madison is showing off the vibrant community we have. And the organizations like the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra put on amazing events and bring that culture to Madison that makes us the vibrant place to live and work. Whether it's through volunteering, funding projects, or connecting on common causes, we play an active role in the community locally and globally.
Well, take a look at this. We have an update to a story we told you about earlier this week. A security camera inside the Minneapolis Animal Care and Control recently caught a brown pit bull, Brenda, scaling the shelter wall to be with her friend Linda. The two came to the shelter together as strays and have become inseparable. That video has gone viral, and here's the best news of the week. Brenda and Linda have been adopted together.
Yes. That's great.
Best friends forever.
That's a great Friday story.
Oh, BFFs.
They can be together.
Yeah, forever now.
Brenda and Linda. Good for them.
That's great.
Okay, have a happy story.
Yeah, I love that.
On a happy weather day.
Absolutely. It's nice that we've had some stretches that have been rather nice and boring for us. But that could finally start to change by the time we get into our at least Saturday evening. We'll be breaking down our best rain chances and timing. The first one forecast after the break.
Righty, Chips. Just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry. My cousin's got a guy.
Hey, I'm not sure I can help you with the house gas, but I can help you replace this window fast.
Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your summer with 2-for-1 windows and no interest until 2025. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast.
2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
I am so excited to tell you more about the innovation that is Plexiderm. Now, if you're someone who likes to try home remedies for under-eye bags or wrinkles like egg whites or hemorrhoid cream, I have good news for you. Plexiderm is actually formulated for your skin, and it's clinically studied to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles in just 10 minutes, and those results last up to 10 hours.
I thought I might see a little difference, but to see that big of a difference, I have so many dark circles, I have the puffiness, I have the lines, like, it's amazing.
The first time I saw Plexiderm work, I was amazed. When you look at these before and after videos, it's hard to believe that this is just a serum that you apply yourself at home to get rid of the under eye puffiness, the crow's feet, the 11 lines, the deep forehead lines.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
Look at the results that we're seeing here. This person has very pronounced under eye bags. Not much you could do about that before without an invasive treatment. This is just Plexiderm serum applied in small amounts under each one of these eyes, and you can see 10 minutes later, we sent those bags packing for the day.
This isn't the first time I've been on TV raving about this product. It's amazing. My friends, my family, they can't believe it. They're all calling. There's been creams, there's been lotions, concealers. Nothing works like this. And in just a few minutes, it's amazing.
Plexiderm is naturally derived from silicates. You'll just place a very small amount on your fingertip because it's so powerful, and then you just apply to those areas where you see your signs of aging, and then just wait 10 minutes and you will see the results. Right now, you can try Plexiderm for only $14.95. Call the number on your screen or visit plexidermtrial.com.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
A beautiful way to end the work week. Sunshine, warm summer temperatures, but folks, we definitely need some rain. So let's talk about when we can expect it. Starting with our weather headlines. What we're going to be seeing over about the next stretch of days, well, going into our Saturday, folks, we do have plenty of events going on, from the Pink Walk to the AmFam golf tournament that's happening this weekend. Well, we're going to be staying dry throughout much of our Saturday. It's only going to be our Saturday evening for us here in Madison and for much of southern Wisconsin, where we're going to start to see those showers, potentially even thunderstorms starting to develop. Now, as we get into our Sunday morning, we're still going to be expecting to see those showers, but that will start to phase out as we get to our Sunday afternoon. And then for the rest of the weekend, it's going to be cooler on Sunday. We're looking for cooler conditions also heading into our Monday. So let's get straight to the point about when we can expect the rain. Well, walking through our future track, it's not going to be for tonight. We're going to see temperatures hang into the 80s over the next couple of hours. Heading into tonight, mid-60s, a nice comfortable night for us throughout southern Wisconsin. As we head into the overnight hours, we'll see clouds starting to build, temperatures into the upper 50s for us here in Madison. And around 7 o'clock, developments very far north of Wisconsin is where we're going to see any kind of rain. But for us, again, it's still going to be on the dry side. We're not going to be seeing much outside of some pop-up showers starting to develop just north of Dane County between the early hours of our afternoon around lunchtime. But then we're not going to be seeing that big wave really start to develop until after the 3 o'clock hour. We could still see a couple of showers, but overall, many of us are going to stay dry. So it's isolated showers into our early afternoon. And then as we get into the evening, so we're going to start to see a bit of those showers and storms starting to still fire off into the northern parts of Wisconsin, pretty much missing us. As we get into the overnight, however, it's going to start to collectively start to spread a bit more throughout southern Wisconsin as cooler air starts to roll its way through. So as that cold front and the low starts to move its way into the upper Midwest and for us here in Wisconsin, we're looking for a line of showers and potentially a couple of thunderstorms moving into the overnight hours. So around 3 o'clock in the mornings, we're going to be expecting some of those showers to continue to move into the early morning hours of our Sunday. But once we get to around 7 o'clock, right behind that cold front, we're going to be seeing things pretty much dry out rather quickly. Now, take note, it's going to be on the breezy side coming in from the northeast. So we're seeing cool conditions heading into our Sunday. And that's going to be more or less the same as we head into Monday, but just not as cool. We're going to see temperatures climb into the lower 70s. Now, how much rain we're expecting? Mainly a tenth to a quarter of an inch around Madison. Areas to the further north could see a bit more, especially where we're anticipating to see some of that thunderstorm activity. And to the south and west between Prairie du Chien, could see maybe a quarter to about a half of an inch. Overall, we're not going to be looking at this weekend to be a washout, but still might have the rain gear nearby. Here's a look at our weekend forecast. A completely different story in terms of temperatures, with 82 on Saturday and 67 for our Sunday. Taking a look at our first warn 10-day forecast, well, we're going to see things change for rather quickly as we get into our Monday. Might have an odd chance to see maybe a shower, but overall, things are going to stay rather dry throughout most of our Monday and on the milder side as well, into the lower 70s. We're going to warm right back up for Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's right throughout the rest of the week. We're looking at the lower 80s, a lot more dry weather, but a couple more rain chances that we can definitely take for Friday and Saturday of next week. But Father's Day is looking to shape up rather nice.
All right.
Okay.
Blue ribbon there, I see, for Father's Day.
Yeah, because he's the #1 star.
Yeah, that's true.
Julian, thank you. As the weather does get warmer, a reminder that leaving a child in a car for any amount of time can be dangerous, even deadly.
Since 1998, more than 940 children have died after either being left or trapped in a hot car. A majority of those deaths happen because someone forgets a child in a car. Children's Health Care of Atlanta's Strong for Life program says when it's 75 degrees, it takes 30 minutes for the inside of a car to hit 104 degrees. But the danger rises with the temperature. At 95 degrees outside, it takes 5 minutes for the inside to reach 102. Dangerous for anyone, especially young children.
Their temperatures can rise about 3 to 5 times faster than adults. In addition, young babies and toddlers, they don't sweat as much, so they can't distribute that heat.
Experts say always check the back seat before locking car doors. It may help to leave something like a cell phone next to the car seat and have a plan with your child's daycare center as well. Safety experts say to never leave a child alone in a car, and rolling down windows or parking in the shade does very little to lower the temperature. Well, June is National Dairy Month. The Badger State is home to more than 125 cheese plants, more than any other state in the country.
Our cheesemakers produce more than 600 varieties, including one that we could say is an acquired taste. I traveled to Monroe to find out what it is. All I had to do was follow my nose. This is the Chalet Cheese Co-op, just north of Monroe. The co-op's been around since 1855. This factory was built in 1948 and is the only cheese factory in the United States producing one of the smelliest cheese on earth, Limburger.
Why Limburger? That's just what we've always made, you know, always. When I started, that's what they were making. Actually, it was mostly Limburger.
Jamie Farney is an award-winning master cheesemaker, certified in Swiss Baby Swiss Brick and, yes, Limburger. They produce a lot of cheese in this factory, a lot. And every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, they make Limburger. Oh, it starts out innocently enough.
Now, this is Limburger here.
This is Limburger.
Yeah, this was made this morning. It's about the consistency right now of like a feta. There's no smell to it. You don't smell anything in here.
No. And actually, no taste either. That's about to change.
Tomorrow morning, we'll cut these on our pneumatic cutter. We'll get 70 pieces out of here. And we'll roll each one in salt, put it on boards, and take it into our Limburger cellar.
The Limburger cellar. Sounds a little stinky.
How are you?
Guess what? It is.
So what Brian is doing here, he's putting the magic sauce on. So it's just a bacteria solution, which he's hand rubbing each one.
The bacteria in that magic sauce is what turns regular cheese into Limburger. They're the same culture from when they first started making Limburger here in 1885. It's kept in these containers. And this is the bacteria.
This is the bacteria and saltwater solution. And that's what's applied to the cheese.
Oh, my gosh.
Limburger started in the early 1800s in an area called, was the Duchy of Limburg, which is in Belgium.
The story goes, Trappist monks came up with Limburger and brought it to this area in the 1800s. They produce about 500,000 pounds of Limburger a year here, mostly sold to distributors, but the co-op recently opened a retail outlet, the Chalet Cheese House in New Glarus. There, you can buy 2, 4, or 6-month-old Limburger. The older, well, the more aromatic it is. Sherry Foss is the store manager. Who buys it?
A lot of older people, but you'd be surprised how many younger people are actually buying Limburger.
It's time to say cheese. First, the 2-month-old.
That's good.
Now, the 4-month-old. Oh. I think the crackers. The 6-month-old was past its prime, so we decided not to try it. It takes some getting used to. To love it or not, Limburger lives on, thanks to one cheese company and one master cheesemaker whose love of cheese is more than skin deep.
I love this story so much.
It's a lot of fun.
A 6-ounce block of Limburger sells for around $5.
And a word of warning, don't eat any Limburger that's older than 6 months. It goes pretty bad pretty quickly.
That's amazing.
The bacteria keeps working. And it just sort of turns to...
Well, that bacteria, when you smelled it, you almost passed out, it looked like.
It's the same bacteria that's found in human perspiration, sweat, body odor.
And yet we decide to eat this. Okay. This makes so much sense.
It's good for you.
Okay.
It doesn't. It smells worse than it tastes. Let's put it that way. But I put it in the newsroom when we got back from the store. They gave us some samples. Get that out of here.
Oh, standards.
Still looking forward. We have a preview of the latest Transformer movie opening this weekend.
And coming up at 5, our live team coverage of the AmFam Championship continues.
Postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer are living longer with Kisqali. So long live family time. Long live dreams. And long live you. Kisqali is a pill proven to help women live longer when taken with an aromatase inhibitor. And Kisqali helps preserve quality of life, so you're not just living, you're living well. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Long live hugs and kisses. Ask about Kisqali and long live life.
Here's your parachute.
Certain it's okay? Are you 4imprint certain?
Certainty matters, so congratulate coworkers or say thank you with promotional products from 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburger's cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love.
And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day. All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's.
Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
The story of Scott the Window Guy starts with the crack of a bat and a broken window. Little did I know, Mom actually wanted her windows replaced. I'm Scott the Window Guy from AHT Wisconsin Windows. For the past 50 years, we've been replacing windows in Wisconsin with a 50-year warranty and a 10-year glass breakage guarantee to protect you
from kids like me.
Get a free, no-obligation estimate and $225 off per window at scottthewindowguy.com.
Salon Pass Lidocaine Flex, a super thin, flexible patch with maximum OTC strength lidocaine that contours to the body to relieve pain right where it hurts. And did we mention it really, really sticks? Salon Pass, it's good medicine.
A local student with leukemia gets to live out her dream thanks to the American Family Golf Championship. We look at the real impact of the tournament.
Today was another warm and dry day across southern Wisconsin, but as a cold front slides through the state, a few showers and thunderstorms are likely from Saturday afternoon through Sunday morning. At 5, I'll let you know how much rain to expect.
Coming up at 6, some Wisconsin dairy farmers are having to dump out their milk. We'll tell you why coming up at 6.
Here's a live look downtown Madison, Edgewater Skycam on this beautiful Friday. 81 degrees right now, capital city. The Robots in Disguise are back in theaters this weekend, and they're bringing some friends with them to their latest fight.
Rick DiMagella reports.
Who are you? Why are you hunting for the king?
Yo, Donkey Kong, stay away from my friends! Mirage! Don't worry, your boys got this.
The 7th movie in the Transformers franchise finds Optimus Prime and the Autobots meeting Optimus Primal and the Maximals in Transformers Rise of the Beasts.
Stand down! I won't ask a second time.
Transformers likes to pride itself on going to actual locations and shooting there versus having a lot of stuff on green screen. So it was a lot of times it was us at Machu Picchu, in the jungles of Tarapoto, in the alleyways of New York.
Prime. This is about the fate of all living things.
There's so many new things that you've never seen in the Transformers franchise. New characters, new storylines. It takes you to a whole different place at the end of the movie.
Unicron is coming.
I want
want audience to take away, I want them to have a great time, number one. You know, people to leave this movie feeling like I felt every kind of emotion I want to feel in a movie. I laughed, I cried, I got scared.
Yeah. To feel full, because sometimes you could sit in the theater and watch something for like 2 hours and leave and be like, nothing happened. I don't know how it feels like nothing happened in 2 hours. So definitely want them to feel full and all the emotions that Anthony mentioned.
How big can this guy be?
He eats planets. So, like, way bigger than a planet.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Your boys into Transformers?
Oh, yes. So we got something for them.
You got something new. When we come back, we'll head back out to University Ridge Golf Course.
Sports Director Zach Hanley will have the latest on the AmFam Championship Golf Tournament when Live at 4 continues.
Brand new Metro Transit routes and schedules start Sunday, June 11th. Less transferring, easier to use. Visit mymetrobus.com or call 608-266-4466 to plan your trip and look for ride guides out on the streets.
Experience does count. When you're shopping for new furniture, a mattress set, or flooring, come to the experts at McGann Furniture and Flooring in Baraboo. Our experienced staff is well-trained in home decorating and will answer all your questions so you can buy with confidence. You'll find big city selection and an enjoyable shopping experience. And remember, we don't raise prices only to lower them later for a sale. Come see the difference experience can make at McGann Furniture and Flooring, downtown Baraboo.
When it's hot, all you want is some relief. Relief from the heat outside, relief from sleepless nights, and relief from big electric bills. Even your air conditioning unit needs some relief. So when you wrap your home with our premium injection foam, it's like putting your entire house in a cooler. It keeps the hot air out, the cool air in, and your electric bills lower. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation. I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily Jardiance at each day start. As time went on, it was easy to see I'm lowering my A1C.
Jardiance works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too. Jardiance may cause serious side effects, including ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration that can lead to sudden worsening of kidney function, and genital yeast or urinary tract infections. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Jardiance is really swell, the little pill with the big story to tell.
The day you get your Clear Choice dental implants makes every day a let's dig in day, a chow down day, a take a big bite day, a perfectly delicious day, a love my new teeth day. Because your Clear Choice day is the day everything is back on the menu. A Clear Choice day changes every day. Schedule a free consultation.
Brand new Metro Transit routes and schedules start Sunday, June 11th. Less transferring, easier to use. Visit mymetrobus.com or call 608-266-4466 to plan your trip and look for ride guides out on the streets.
Well, if you're planning on traveling eastbound on the Beltline as of right now, that slowdown became a crash just onto the exit 266 as of right now from US 51 towards Stoughton Road. So expect delays if you're going to be hopping on the highway eastbound on the Beltline as of right now. Otherwise, we're looking at the speeds to be around 14 miles per hour. So again, expect delays if you're going to be trying to travel eastbound as for today. Now, otherwise, we're looking at even north and southbound of I-39 having some slow spots. It's Friday. We're typically expecting this kind of stuff, but definitely expect some delays. That's going to do it for our traffic update. Over to you.
All right. Thank you, Julian. A 63-year-old woman was taking her driving test in Argentina. Things were not perfect as she hit the islands a couple of times, and then she really jumped the curb. Oh. Tries to stop, apparently hit the gas instead of the brakes, crashes into a lamppost.
Oh, my gosh.
Flips the car over. Woman taken to the hospital with some minor injuries. She did not pass the test.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Clearly, she needs more driving.
A little more time behind the wheel. All right, a pair of rubber ducks made a splash in Hong Kong's Victoria Harbor today, part of an art installation dubbed Double Ducks by Dutch artist Florentijn Hoffman, who says he hopes the ducks will bring luck to the city.
Stationed near Hong Kong's Central District and Tamar Park, the ducks swam across Victoria Harbor to the delight of dozens of bystanders. Hong Kong-based creative studio All Rights Reserved said the ducks were like the symmetrical Chinese characters C for happiness and Peng for friends. The inflatable yellow ducks, 59 feet high, will sail on the harbor for 2 weeks. They come a decade after Hoffman's rubber duck sculpture drew crowds in the Asian financial hub in 2013.
It has been 10 years ago since we brought it. It was a big success. When All Rights Reserved asked me to bring it again, I hesitated, as mentioned before. But when I thought about the world and the needs we have all after pandemic, etc., I thought, yeah, let's double it. So I brought 2 ducks to bring double luck.
2 ducks better than 1.
Right. Hoffman, who was inspired by a world map and rubber duck to create his giant inflatable rubber duck installation, began a world tour starting from the Netherlands in 2007, making stops in harbors from France all the way to Brazil.
Pretty neat. Well, the 7th annual AmFam Championship kicked off this morning in Verona.
Sports director Zach Hanley is live from University Ridge Golf Course. Zach, how's it going today?
Yeah, what a day. You couldn't have asked for better weather, and you know, first round is done. All the golfers are off the actual course at University Ridge, but behind me you can see a couple guys still working on their shots. One of those guys who just left was Jerry Kelly. He did not have such a good round. He finished even par. After we talked to him, he was instantly like, I'm going to the range, then I'm going to the putting green, and then I'm going to chip, because that's not Jerry Kelly's standard, especially at the University Ridge for the 2-time AmFam champ. Steve Stricker, though, he was on fire today. He started his day, 2nd hole with an eagle, and then he finished 7 under. So I had to read this. 53 consecutive rounds of par or better for Stricker. That's a new PGA Tour best. He was tied before today with Tiger Woods. Now it's Steve Stricker, the Edgerton native, standing alone with the most consecutive rounds of par or better. So he is tied for 2nd right now behind one guy who was even hotter than Steve Stricker on the course. His name is Justin Leonard. He set a University Ridge course record with a 10 under 62. So we thought coming into the day that the scores would be low. They're not that low. Leonard's 10 under, Stricker's 7 under. So it should make up for an exciting weekend coming up Saturday and Sunday.
Zach, are there a couple of holes that folks there are having trouble with at all?
Well, so I'm the wrong person to ask on that, because if I was golfing, I would have trouble with all the holes, and I only followed Steve Stricker. So Steve Stricker didn't really have that many holes where he thought, you know, he had some trouble. Because again, I only followed him. I was, you know, marching up and down, because, you know, there's one guy at the AmFam Championship you have to follow, and that is Steve Stricker.
Yeah. Steve has won a couple of big tournaments in the last couple of weeks, hasn't he?
Yeah, he came in on fire on the Champions Tour. He finished 2nd last week in Des Moines, but the 2 tournaments before, he won the Regions Tradition and the Senior PGA Championship. Those are 2 majors. So he's played, I think, 10 PGA Tour Champions events, and he has 3 wins, 4 second-place finishes, and he's never finished below the top 10. So I think this is the year that Steve Stricker finally breaks the streak of him not winning at his own tournament and gets this done, because, you know, he's talked about this. This tournament means so much to him, and there's so much pressure around him that I think if he just gets this one, be a big sigh of relief, and he'll get the job done.
Of course, we want our hometown guy to win. Of course.
Round 2 tomorrow, Zach?
Exactly.
Zach, thanks for being with us today.
Round 2 tomorrow. We'll be here.
All right, thanks, Zach. Well, the final check your forecast coming up.
Join Stoughton Health Ortho Team Clinic to learn how a custom knee implant may be the solution to end your pain. The educational talk will take place over Zoom on June 15th. Visit orthoteen.com and click on Events to register.
There it is. That feeling you get when you can do more with less asthma. It starts with Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Can you picture it? Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
Want to work out for free? This summer at Anytime Fitness, you can get up to 3 months free. Get more for your membership than just machines with 24/7 access and a community of support. Hurry! The earlier you join, the more you save. Stop into Anytime Fitness now and get the summer free.
Join Stoughton Health OrthoTeen Clinic to learn how a custom knee implants may be the solution to end your pain. The educational talk will take place over Zoom on June 15th. Visit orthoteen.com and click on Events to register.
A local high school student with leukemia gets to live out her dream thanks to the AmFam Championship. We look at the real impact of the tournament. And the AmFam Championship is underway. Sports Director Zach Hanley brings you up to speed on the play at University Ridge. That's tonight.
One mission, to end breast cancer. Join us on Saturday, June 10th at 9 a.m. for the Susan G. Komen South Central Wisconsin More Than Pink Walk. Please register today and witness the power you have to change lives.
And let's close things out with the 3 things to know. Well, we're going to be expecting another day of 80s heading into our Saturday, but once the rain starts, we're going to see cooler conditions, dropping us even into the 60s by the time we get into our Sunday. Now, the timing of the rain itself, we might see some spot-up showers into our late morning, early afternoon hours around Dane County, but it's mainly going to be the north and to the far southwest where we're going to be seeing any developments of showers into our afternoon. But once we get to our Saturday nights, it's going to start to collectively move its way throughout much of southern Wisconsin, bringing in rain into our early Sunday morning. We're expecting around 10 to a quarter of an inch around Madison, a little bit more for areas to the south and west, and even to Waukesha and Milwaukee, but further north is where we're really looking for the big gainers in rain. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolsi will be walking through this coming up at 5.
Planning a remodel? Don't toss your cabinets, furniture, and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Your items stay out of landfills while proceeds create housing solutions for hardworking families. Build a stronger community with Habitat Restore of Dane County.
Fry Construction is celebrating 28 years with a big, big, big anniversary sale. Join us to save 28%. That's right, 28%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Act now for 28% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your free consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
You got me. Hey, you're it. Imagine a world with no drama. For the guarantee of high-quality promotional items delivered on time, go to 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Your work is your calling. It drives your days and powers your nights. But if your teeth no longer work as hard as you do, Aspen Dental is here with smile replacement solutions that work for your life. Whether it's your first step or a fast fix, You can get in today for all your denture needs, all at an affordable price. Right now, get new dentures for $30 per month per arch with 60 months financing. $1,770 total payments including interest. Aspen Dental, anything to make you smile. Book today.
Well, if you're looking for something to do this weekend, Louie and Oliver have a suggestion.
Czar's Promise, our friends at Czar's Promise, is celebrating 5 years of being in existence, and they will be celebrating humans and dogs, bring your dogs, this Sunday at the Wisconsin Brewing Company from 12 to 4.
They help you when your animal passes.
Yes. If your animal has cancer, they will help you get through that process together, and also they help fund pediatric cancer research at American Family Children's Hospital.
They played a big role with the previous News Hounds.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. All right.
We also have a big birthday announcement and some tiger swimming lessons.
That can only mean one thing. It's time for this week's edition of the News Hounds.
Here's the News Hounds, Louie and Oliver, with their World News Roundup.
This week on the News Hounds, a good soak.
A new baby.
And some swim lessons.
But first, a big milestone. Coco the chimpanzee, who calls the Whipsnade Zoo in England home, has turned 50. She reached her half-century milestone by enjoying her favorite foods, including gem lettuces and cherry tomatoes. Coco arrived at the Whipsnade Zoo, UK's largest zoo, at the age of 33 after spending the first part of her life in other zoos. This zoo says that despite being treated for mild arthritis in her hands, Coco is in good health and has the energy of a youngster. She's now outliving the average chimp by more than a decade. Happy birthday, Coco.
From old to young, a baby sloth was born recently at the Potawatomi Zoo in South Bend, Indiana. The two-toed sloth was born to first-time mom Tofu. The baby's dad is Lola. The little one weighed in at 540 grams, about the size of a grapefruit. It seems to be a strong, active baby, and mom seems to be doing a great job already. She's very protective, keeping the baby wrapped up in her arms, which zookeepers say is really a good sign.
The Sumatran tigers at the London Zoo are getting ready for summer. Cubs Zach and Crispin had their first swimming lessons this week. The cubs, who will turn 1 later this month, played with giant floating balls under the watchful eye of parents Geisha and Asim. The zoo says tigers are excellent swimmers because of their webbed paws. Sumatran is the world's rarest species of tiger. There's only 300 estimated to be left in the wild in their native Indonesia.
And finally, there's this. A bear took an opportunity to cool off by taking a dip in a muddy puddle in a state park in Colorado. It was 79 degrees at the time, so it was in no hurry to leave this cool oasis. Lying on its back and kicking its feet in the air while relaxing in the water seems like a perfect afternoon to us. Here's hoping you get some soaking time this weekend.
And that's this week's edition of the News Hounds. A mud bath, not too bad.
Too bad? Good way to spend the weekend. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here on Monday. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.